Hello everyone, this is Fantastic Worlds, welcoming you back to Lovecraft Country and Cultist Simulator, the Exile DLC, the Chaos Run. And the reason this is being called the Chaos Run is by the means of which it came, because this was not a planned episode. You see, on Sunday, May 29th, I was attempting to test the YouTube live broadcast system to see how well it would work as a replacement to Twitch, because Twitch has been giving me a lot of trouble. So what I did is I decided, hey, I'll do some Cultist Simulator and chill, and everybody stops by, it'll be cool. Except that Chaos had its own ideas, and the run immediately slipped into a pentiment nameless run. In other words, the one you're trying to collect the 7 artifacts of Chaos in order to remove your identity from creation and become another entity entirely. In other words, the Moth run. And I couldn't let that go. I need to be able to do it. It became that open that quickly in the game. So yeah, Chaos has spoken. We are doing another Exile run, and I hope you enjoy it. Anyways, just a couple warnings. First of all, the sound balance will be a little rough in a couple places because this was, of course, the test. And 2, my commentary in the beginning is supposed to be just casual. It becomes more on point as I begin to realize how quickly things are escalating. And I hope you enjoy it. I'll catch you now. Catch the past me now. All right. Okay, so the thing is, one of the reasons I've been doing this is not doing the episodes is that the dev is currently trying to do beta testing live with his own game, because I did not sign up for beta testing. So in any case, I am temporarily not doing regular episodes, and I don't think I really well, actually, no. It used to be right on top of each other, but he's been continuously updating this due to feedback, and as I can see right now, there is, in fact, a minor improvement already. He's got a little bit of space between the cards, even when they're next to each other, which was not a thing he was doing last time. So, yeah, that's a thing. Oh, gods. Right. So, let's see what else we do. Also, like I said, I've got the chat up and running over here on the left, so if you want to ask me questions that don't have to relate to this game, just some of the things I might have rambled on about when it comes to all the crazy stuff I do on my channel. Alright, there we go. Alright, so Assassin in play. I'll put you over here. It's usually I put the bad things. And let's put you over here. Although it would actually make more sense to put you here. This goes over here. I usually keep the good things. Let's get the money. Oops, right, shift and that. Like I said, just trying to figure out a new UI kind of scenario here. Traces, let's put you up here. Let's keep an eye on you. And Prague. Not the best one to start with, unfortunately. Prague has one of the companions, and you're almost completely guaranteed to not be able to pass whatever test that they want in order to join you. So you end up kind of losing that one. It's also the same with some of the artifacts. If they start off in a city with those artifacts, then you're probably not going to get them. You're going to start with absolutely almost nothing when it comes to the possibilities. That's why I say this game is heavily reliant on RNG. Okay, go. Now, someone once challenged me to do a game without pausing at normal speed, and I think I could do so, but the problem is that it's incredibly boring to watch because I'd be moving at half the speed I usually do. Alright, so yeah, so we continue packing there. As well as where this dude, our old friend, is going to try to stab us in the back as we leave. But if you are alacritous, then you can actually avoid having the backstab, but they still get you anyways, which is good because it gives you the 4 winter and 4, as they say, 4 winter and 4. God, I keep calling it edge void, but the 4 purple. Gods, I've been used in so many different versions of that. Yep. Okay, so Tante. Oh, it isn't. Okay, I was wrong. Prague. It's Prague, not Venice. Venice. I don't know why I thought it was Venice. Again, like I said, this is the serious game. This is just me keeping warm, as it were. Oh wow. Started off with restlessness. Okay, cool. Connection Underworld could be useful. 6 knock. Thank you. 6 knock, 8 edge, 8 moth. These are all useful if I wanted to accomplish something, but the question is, what do I want to accomplish in Prague? Now, of Now remember also, since it assists in deception, so we got that right there, this is one of two halves to generate a obscurity if that's the sort of run you're going for. It usually isn't, unless I specifically feel like just running away, because that's an easy game for me. Alright, let's go. Alright. Do love this. Alright, he can't seem to make a straight line, apparently. Knife secret, reconnoiter. Okay, once we have this one opened up, we'll be able to move forward to the communication ones, get our exit card from Prague, and then we can continue the game. Proper. There it is. Gods. Gravity is messed up! There's the wound. 4 knock, 4 winter, 2 edge, and technically with the cash, you have 2 edge, 2 forge, and 2 grail, but it's only a one-shot thing, and cash is used for a lot of stuff. That connection also comes in handy if I wanted to accomplish something, but the only thing I can accomplish with that would be legal fighting, and I don't have the amount of edge or other types that I would need to do so, because it's kind of a messed up thing. Move that a little faster. Okay, restlessness gives us 2 of practically everything else. Kind of weird, but yeah. Restlessness is only an advantage in the Exile, because you cannot go mad from despair. I mean, you've already kind of done a lot of crazy stuff at this point. So, at this point, probably what we're going to do is just do our usual tactic, dropping the stolen year to get cash rapidly, at the same time trying to get as much done in Prague as possible before the bad guys get to us simultaneously. Should have gotten the exit card first, but, well, it's just me. But like I said, the reason I'm doing this is to remember these rhythms when I get back to doing the game for realsies. Not sure if I'm doing the Exile or the Lantern run. It's just a thing. Okay, Secluded Villa is not a thing I want. However, how to do this? Well, we could try an alternate route, since we aren't actually doing anything when it comes to a real game. Or a real episode. We can try to see if we can get 2 quick reconnoiters done before we get to that. Now we have 4 edge, which still isn't enough to do legal fights. Right. So official connection could be useful if you wanted to blow it to get into obscurity. Which is alright, and now we can take Prague. If I knew where Prague the hell was. There we go. The stacking thing is not impressing me. You're out there. Puts Prague there, and alright. Now it's 1 trace, which means soon we're going to be having an informant. Informant is not the end of the world, especially if we can get a weapon in play beforehand. Considering I probably should have done this one first, it would have given me at least 1 more opportunity to reconnoiter, since I can't reconnoiter. Ooh, Roystock. Ooh, we get the house there. Oh, it's so good, but I don't think I'm ready for it yet. Anyways, let's reconnoiter. And let's grab another year over here. We need the cash. After all, Rostock's going to be a place to go. Let's see what else we got. Back to normal for a second. Check on something. Yeah, 6 views. Hi guys. Like I said, it's just a casual. Not doing anything heavy. Alright, pause. And what do we got? Grand Townhouse. Seriously, I'm not that much into real estate at the moment. Now, considering he's not here, it's actually a thought. We can take the 60 seconds it would take to do so to drop 1 of the cash, but the thing is, we don't know if we're going to get something that requires 2 cost here. Yeah, I should have my the wiki up, simply because it's, like I said, I could write this all down manually, but somebody's already done, the community has already done it for me, and I'm kind of really happy that they have. Come on. In the meantime, while that's loading, we can at least progress at normal speed. There we go. That's awesome. Let's see. Prague. Don't think we can have a lot of stuff here. Medical credentials, menacing weapon and profane. Yeah, it's pretty basic. But we still have the underworld, which I'll probably use for something. Oh, still missed us, even though the extra trace is probably not going to help. Free cash. What we got here before making a decision? Missing icon. There we go. Not only, well, the thing is, let's get that out, drop the cash in, boom, good. Icon will give us additional material for other stuff. I mean, aspects. Still need more cash, and of course, continuing to reconnoiter Prague. For now, what we might find. Now, we got a little bit longer than we expected we were going to. 2 traces. Now, if we get like a discrete office, we can use 1 cache and our underworld connection to get an obscurity. It's always good to have at least. Here we go for 4 knock, 2 grail, and we have something we have to pack. That gives us 10 seconds additional to exit. But it's equivalent to 1 cache, I believe. Yep. So it doesn't actually take any space, more space than the cache itself that we use to pay for it. So... oh, come on. There we go. Like at normal speed, I can just do so many of the more things in between actions. Okay, what else we got? Freezing winds. Do winter to edge. Again, if I had something to do with it, I would, but it doesn't actually, unfortunately, add to obscurity, because that would be totally useful. Night, I think, is the only thing, the only condition that we have that increases, that will assist you in getting rid of a trace or a body. I found that one out too. Although, come on, if you got freezing winds and snow, you can definitely hide a body for a while. Scavengers won't even get to it. There's the informant, as I was expecting. There's the cache. Informant's going to be 50 seconds before he can do anything, so let's see what the possibility is here. Another underworld connection. Okay, so it looks like I will, we have 60 seconds, I will take one of the cash, because there's nothing heavy here that I want to pay for, and the raw stock, send the money ahead. Okay, same time we'll continue doing this, and since he's already here, there's literally no reason not to burn 1 more year per cash. It's probably where we want to stop it, burning the cash off. Alright. Retraces means that we could have a serious issue if we allow them to build up to a point where we get a Reckoner Lord this early in the game. It becomes kind of a nightmare, that sort of thing. And boom. Also, if the quality is good there, I mean, it's telling me that I'm doing fine when it comes to the rate here. It says excellent connection, but then I'm getting a couple of red lights on the OBS, so I don't know who to believe. I tend to believe OBS in this, and it could be kind of a rough episode to watch. Those numbers just zipping away. All about the numbers! And the circles. All about the numbers and the circles. Cash. 3 cash needs to be packed. We also have the cash is sent ahead. And let's see, one last shot, I think, before we consider leaving the weapon. That's exactly what I wanted. Get me a gun. I'll stop. Prague once more. Now, we're going to do 2 cash, the icon, and the gun. We have to stay the 10 seconds for the gun. We could probably just start leaving now. Now, the thing is, obviously, hesitation gives us additional time. Oh, I'm sorry. Like I said, how bad is it? Is it choppy as hell, or is it workable? Like I said, I've got 2,500 kilobytes per second according to the OBS. According to analytics on my stream settings for the YouTube side, stream health looks excellent. So, like I said, I'm not sure which is... I mean, don't forget, see if you can do a setting and downgrade it to 720p. I may consider that for the future to make it a little smoother for transition on my side. I'm doing 1080p now as a test. Okay, what else we got? Anything else I'm doing while I'm here? I don't think so. Guess we just keep going. Normal's pace, and see what else we have. Like, I probably won't be much more... Might only go up to half an hour today, like this is just a test of whether how easy it is to do this for YouTube. Seems to be relatively easy. Certainly giving me better UI than Twitch does. We may be considering decamping from Twitch. I kind of wish I could broadcast simultaneously, but I don't think that's an option, or even if it was, it'd be worth the baud rate I'd be putting out. Okay, the hesitation. Right, we're just watching. We're just watching. I could burn another cache, but I'd rather not. I'm going to burn too many years. Dawn. Unfortunately, that doesn't. But it does allow me to use this. Now, when I do I'm going to watch the dawn. I'm going to throw in temptation escape. After that, I'm going to switch around and give him the knife. No. Don't waste any time. We're putting normal. Just want to get to regular. There we go. Alright, so while we're here, since we've already burned so many traces, there's Tranquility, which is one of my favorite ones when it comes to the influences, because 4 heart for winter adds on to everything else. When he does show up, we do have the freezing winds if we want to stop them, but what we really want to do is we want to take the knife secret, and we want to get temptation defiance while we're here, since the Reckoners have been kind enough to delay long enough to do so. Alright, so search, right, 10-second in between episodes, episodes between cycles, while they consider what they're going to do next, but by the time we get this edge going, we can technically get the foe in play, which is not a good thing at the moment. Alright, reinforcements. Okay, so we'll be dealing with the assassin or the agent soon. I could deal with either one of those for a little bit, but like I said, there's not a lot in Prague to sticking around for. Kind of a matter of pride not to have the underworld. There it is. Boom. Alright, so what we need to do is grab one of these traces. Grab Night. Grab the underworld connection we got for free. Grab an obscurity. We need to ask 60 seconds before doing so. Please stand by. Guess that's just a test. Oh my god. I'm so terribly sorry. Somebody actually pointed out that I have forgot to set the music down. My gods. I usually set it at 10 decibels less, and it should be a lot easier right now, but hey, it's a good thing at, catching this sort of stuff. Alright, so, right, where were we? The Rostock has 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. We may not be able to get that trace undone. I'm so sorry. Like I said, there's always settings, Mercury is goddamn retrograde. Okay, so, the usual. Temptation Defiance, which will go here. Secret, which I put here for stuff I don't have to pack. I put that up there. Unknown weaknesses, go over here. God damn it, this grid. I'll learn it eventually. Temporary stuff goes here. Item specific stuff, area specific stuff goes here. Gonna have to pack the weapon too. Wound goes here, since we don't have to pack it. This is item specific, and that's another temptation. There we go. Again, I have the opportunity to learn my foe's weaknesses. It's not super productive, mind you, but it does let me find a way to block him if absolutely necessary. But we're not going to get to the point where he's going to attack us at this point. At least we shouldn't. But once we get to the 30-second mark, when it comes to the getting rid of our trace and getting an obscurity, we'll begin our process of camping. I think we'll be well ahead of the assassin by then. If absolutely necessary, we'll use the freezing winds to stop them. In fact, while I'm here, I can set the freezing winds to reset after 30 seconds, and therefore I won't lose them. It was a dark and stormy night. The winds were howling. And we leave. Another entry. Let's see if this one says it's better. Volume keeps coming back up. Interesting. See it, bring it down to 15. Bring it down to 15. See how that works. It's also the fact that the microphone's a different configuration right now. Boom. What else we got? A connection with a ruler. What in God's name do I want that for? Rulers have very specific purposes. I do not like to deal with them. Alright, so the agent is here. Meaning it's possible that they might be able to grab one of our items, which is why we have to show what we're going to be doing next. Now, sabotage. Alright. It's going to try to grab one of my assets. Right now, the only assets I have that he can touch are nothing. I've already packed them. Plus, I'll probably be gone by the time that cycle is completed. This is freezing winds. Don't need it. I mean, I can't use the winds to block him, unfortunately. It requires to be a connection. I don't think it's worth it. Like I said, I don't have anything he can steal, so we'll just let it go. And boom, we did. If we'd left before this completed, I wouldn't have the obscurity. He's going to immediately switch around to trying to grab the obscurity when he fails to grab one of my items. It doesn't really matter. We're going to have what we need more shortly anyways. Oh god, the connection seems to have increased back to 3,000 kilobytes per second, which is cool. Discrete office. I might have had use for that previously, but not now. And we're gone. Or we'll be gone. Last 10-second cycle will be interesting. Yeah, we'll be out 0.7 seconds, by the way. We'll get ahead of him. Ties, by the way, go to the enemy. I've noticed that. We go. And we have moved on to Rostock, which is the north coast of Germany, I believe. Game, I think, a U-boat base in the future. Oh, yeah, it should be a U-base now. U-boats did exist at War I. We are currently 1925. Okay, the staff tells me that I am welcome to stay here. Now, where is it? Jennings House. You can't sell it. I've tried it, by the way. It does give us Spore Heart for Grail. Thank you. Glad you like them. Try to make them as entertaining as possible. Okay, so we have the gun, we have the curio. This is a little better, by the way. He's improvements. Right, he's on the 27th improvement, the Deb, on this gun. It's a gun. Game. Holding a gun, I say gun. Game. Let's see, let's get our cash back. It gives 2 more. And it's getting better, but I kind of would appreciate it if he allowed us to bow out until he did. I mean, everybody. It's not just the beta testers. Everybody. People logged for beta testings. Everybody's had this change. As far as I know, unless my settings got changed on me, which happens occasionally. If you might remember, if you've been watching the Control episodes, yeah, episode 14 got pretty well blasted by an update. One of those things. Technology, Mercury retrograde. But one obscurity to keep us going for a bit, but again, I don't want to do too much until I have the exit ticket. The first time we tried doing the other way the last time around, and it did not work so well. But Amsterdam. Oh, we're not going to be able to do that run. Too bad. It's one of the reasons I tried to do it when that failed run previously. Okay, Rostock, reconnoiter, and once we get traces, if we need to, we'll consider getting additional cash by selling. For the moment, we might have other options. It's iffy. I mean, I'm almost at a place where I can do the medical stuff, but I only have 8 hearts, but we don't have the medical credentials, which makes it pretty great. So I have night. Alright, so first things first. Let's turn night into another tranquility, because there's no shrine here, so we don't have to worry about being too peaceful to rock out to the gods of war, which is actually a problem. When we come to, where's our exit? Amsterdam. Should we? No, 2 cash is not really an issue at this point. Might want to consider. Do have time to break down the Stolen Decade before anybody arrives, because we're already down to 3, and I don't like to get any lower than that when it comes to a thing. Now, thing is, if we had a second deception card, we could have lost the trace, which we will not, however, be able to do. Simply because that's just how these things work. Tranquility, yeah, it's a decent combination here of tranquility. Gives me a lot of heart. Like I said, if I had the medical credentials and the townhouse, bam, I'd be making cash and obscurity like you wouldn't believe. But that's not the case. Frustration. Alright, so yeah, we've got these. Probably should burn 1 for additional cash, just because we're already on the lam from this position. Meantime, Looted Villa, again, real estate is not what we're looking for. Jesus. Something entertaining. Give me something I want. It's like pulling a lever on a slot machine. Although, of course, I'm showing my age back when slot machines actually had levers or mechanical devices. Oh, God. I remember old Las Vegas. God, I visited once. Went to the new Las Vegas, by the way, the one after it's all become a little more family-friendly and smoke-free. Now, the smoke-free thing was great because I hated choking on it, but family-friendly just doesn't work. I mean, gambling should be something where everybody admits, at least, that it's a product of sin, because it really is when you come down to it. Nobody there thinking they're going to do anything honest. They're seeing about how they could possibly get one over on someone else. And of course, as I like to say before, the house always wins. Always. Never win against the house. Your best bet is to work with the house to get what you want. I think, you see, it's like Las Vegas and places like it are an incredible karmic lesson on the nature of ego. Because that's what it feeds on. If everybody thought, just for a moment, about the realistic expectations of gambling, nobody would do it. But they do it for the fun, for the random chance that you might be that one lucky out of a million person. But usually it doesn't come down to that. Usually, can't risk any more cash ahead, as we've got that. Don't need another profane weapons. We already got the pistol. I wonder if I'll kill anybody today. Yeah, I'm probably going to run about 5 more minutes. This was just a basic test. Yes, of course. Gamble away your life savings. Ah, there it is. Cost 2 is exactly what I wanted, because that... Ooh, boy. If we do this exactly right, and that is one of the penitents, we can set up the moth run, the nameless run. I like it. Unfortunately, I'm going to be cashless because I sent my money ahead. Foolish me. But you know what? I guess we're going to call this a gamble. Self-demonstrating. That's not the one I wanted. Try again. I got to wait 60 seconds for... enough to pay a plane ticket, so I might as well just keep going with raw stock. And we might be doing some fighting! Yes! Alright, so reinforcements. Nope, hesitation. Good. Good. These guys do not seem to want to play with me today. Maybe they remember my last run when I just decimated their entire... There it is. And there it is. Sacrament of Chaos, as I like to call it, because I hate saying pentiment. Alright, we got a good run. I'm going to have to save this, aren't I? I'm going to have to make this a regular series. I'm just going to make this a basic test, but unfortunately now I'm exactly set up to do a chaos run. Casual was supposed to be just testing this out to see how it worked. It seems to be working out pretty well. Because right now I have 2 UIs running, OBS and the YouTube ones. Now the thing is, between the two, I was trying to figure out if this was going to work better than Twitch. It seems to be. So casual is just me. Okay, we're going to play a little Cultist Simulator. You know, no biggie, because I'm between games. I don't have, because I only have 1 save file while I'm doing it for an actual series. I can't make any lore videos that require me to do footage, and I can't play casually for myself because, you know, I do actually play for myself on occasion. Of course, that seems to be degrading slowly as it becomes more and more professionalized, I guess, institutionalized. I don't know what you call it. Anyways, so situation is such that unfortunately I've become lucky enough with that gamble to be able to do a actual chaos run. Well, thanks. Like I said, this was only supposed to be a half-hour test, and we're zipping onto it shortly. And yeah, it's getting a little weird that it's become this successful, because I think I'm going to have to make this an episode. Because it's too perfect. It is too perfect. Oh God. Alright, so we're going to basically say Mercury retrograde and Chaos as a power has decided that I'm going to be doing a Cultist Simulator a Nameless run. I mean, hell, Moth just showed up right here. Let's just, I mean, sometimes you begin to wonder where exactly the metaphysics stop. Alright, so don't want a discreet office. Probably isn't going to be anything big here. We should probably consider leaving. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, raise cash hurriedly. Yeah, because we need actual cash for that. Oh, gods. Restlessness, yay. Somebody give me a distraction so I can save our arses. The hesitation's almost over, and we have the cash to leave now, which is good. We are heading to Amsterdam. Boom. Oh, great, you take the weapon. I would have preferred to take the painting. So yeah, this is probably going to be episode posted tomorrow. I've been recording it as well, so I'll be while this will exist till that point, I'll be putting on for the usual intro, outro. Oh, good grief! Things happen when you're planning, making other plans. It's called life. Well, maybe since we did a planned chaos run and it tore everything apart, including a bug that wiped out the entire game, maybe the unplanned chaos run is the one we're supposed to be looking for. Anyways, let's zip up for tranquility. This is actually kind of fun to do this in real time. All right, so yeah, we'll get the tranquility on because they're always useful. Oh, one last shot at Rostock, but I severely doubt we're gonna find anything we want. All right, trace goes up to 3, so we could have a lord here, but yeah. Search should go to reinforcements next, which means we're at 50 seconds before the hesitation again. Wow. Yeah, they remember the last run. That's all I got to say. They remember what I did to them. It's like, you know, half a dozen dead in 2 hours. It's like, guys, could we just let the foe handle this? Because I don't... This wasn't in our contract. You know, luck as bad as a Russian PMC. By the way, Russian PMC contracts, I found out, are going to run out at the end of the month. That's going to be fun. Keep this just in case I need to secure something, but I doubt I will. And we are gone. First things first is we get to Amsterdam. We need to locate Madame. I like the fact the guy just can live with endless dread, but yeah, I suppose that's his lifestyle. There we go. That's not going to be an issue in a moment. All these temporary ones. So, sound balance all right? Video all right? Like I said, one of the reasons I did this. Okay, the Stringa twins are out of town, perhaps not coincidentally, and their many windowed houses empty, but the Major General was the message. They have one of the more influential Yep. Got in a contact, we got our gun, we got our painting, and we got the curio. So we can actually do, we've got a pretty good set here between my wound. Oh, yeah, we got a bunch of stuff I could do with this, but the first thing we have to do, of course, is our exit strategy, as well as getting our cash back. So we have the money to exit. Gonna be a little weird, this one. The primary issue is going to be making sure that we can get the, I gotta remember her name, Madame, something or other. Who essentially, by the way, is an eldritch abomination of the sea. There's the cash that we'll need to exit. So yeah, I guess this is what we are doing. Okay, the name of the episode is going to be Chaos Happens. That's just all there is. We still have one security if we really need it. Alright, boom. I guess a little bit of a shield. I'm not going to Sunshine Island, which by the way is a small island in the middle of the small island in the middle of nowhere, which you can go for your final assault if you really wanted to, you know, end the game there, because you can't leave it. I don't think we'll be doing that. We need a better exit. Paris or London? Which it will be? London. I like London. That's actually where the main game takes place. Also troubled. You can start a riot in London. That would be awesome. But enough fun. We know what we're here for. Now we're not going to be doing anything else until we get her to show up. Good Madame. And then to avoid breaking traces. No cash raising while we're here until such time. Oh god, Dawn, really? Alright. I should pause. Didn't have a chance to turn to tranquility either. She is. Madame Matutine. Madame Lutine has a lethal reputation. Okay, so Madame, let's talk. Madame is what they call a Lygian, which means she's someone, a person who does something that likes to eat people. Yeah, she's an eldritch abomination in human form. She's probably some form of Undine Siren, but I've heard she has an acquaintance with the nameless name of the Velvet, who in whose midst the defeated find solace. That might be something I need. Okay, the gift we give her, of course, is... Madame comes laughing down the gangway. Her laughter is like birdsong, and her eyes, too, are something like a bird, shining beads of black. Interesting, she purrs. Is there more? There isn't now, but we will get the bone flute from her. Now that we have that, we can do regular reconnoitering and get ready to raise cash once the traces start coming. Breathe. Gods. Okay, so good start. I suppose I'd like me to intercede for you. You'll have to work very hard to convince me. What else do you have? We need another 6, by the way, to be able to do this. And we don't have them. We're just lucky to get that 1, actually. And we want the unusual weapon. Okay. Now, it means that we have no cash at the moment. But again, I'm going to hold off on grabbing the cash until we absolutely have to flee. But having the gun, which by the way is value 2, which means it's an investment. Boom, I can sell it for 2 right now, get that money back. But I like guns. I like guns in this game, especially guns that can harm the foe, which is what the Line Hunter's Rifle can do, as it's considered a magic weapon. It has 3 magic bullets remaining in it. Curious. Might be able to. Cash. If we gave him some cash, he might be able to give us a license, a medical license or import license. The problem is, being out as a report right now, import license is not something we want, I think. I mean, technically I could pull a smuggling run with it if I had the right stuff, but we don't. Alright, so the situation is, tiny frown mars medium atone's pale, peerless forehead. Insufficient. We can do better, Ein? Ein? Take this. When you're by the sea, call me, and I will come. Once only. I do not like to waste my time. Until then, there it is, the bone flute. Which I do not believe we require to actually pack. It just stays in our pocket. Official connection, if I really wanted 2 of them, for whatever reason. Now, we have to consider whether or not we are leaving. To do so, we're going to need cash. Does not look like we're going to be able to have any other option. But, we're going to raise cash hurriedly. Well, I think we don't have much choice here. Besides, we'll get 2 reconnoiters off. And yeah, by the way, if I do manage to make a corpse, I can probably use her to get the unknown weakness. Or I can use her to eat anyone. I love that. I forgot about that. And I can also reset her as she's considered a distraction. So she's good for more than one thing. So I can give her lunch. She probably won't mind that. Underworld connection, again, not super useful. Don't have a trace yet, so and it's also a question of whether or not we want to use one of our years to burn and just get to another obscurity. There we go. And the other obscurity we got for free. I'll take free. Take it every time. There's the cash we need to exit. And probably 1 more. We can probably last another 60 seconds at least with our weapons and our skills. Alright then. Hooded Villa, do not want. Curious, I wonder for anything else here. Okay. And there's our first trace. Okay. They showed up while the trace was still being generated. I gotta remember that. We don't have an actual buffer, as it were. The moment it starts generating, I usually thought you had that 5 seconds, but apparently you don't. That's... Oops, wrong one. That's not a thing. Yeah, I may have to work about... Okay, sunset. Look at the forge capacity. But, again, we can grab one of those. Nifty. Tranquilities. There you go. There's no war shrine in London. It would mark if it was. Got to get this started. Don't want to waste too much time. And boom! And yeah, there we go. The tranquility. I'm just having peaceful thoughts while I'm out here. Might occasionally murder someone, but peaceful thoughts doing so. Now, there probably are Zen assassins. Do not understand. You are doing nothing. They lie, death, life, they are but states of being. Let's see. We'll need that later. So, do we leave now to try to get try to hold on to the obscurity? I think we're not going to get much here. We're just cycling through real estate and distractions. So I just think it is time to go. So, to London. Farewell, madame. Will we meet again? There's the assassin. He might stab me. No, he's calling for nope, he's going to increase traces and attempt to get Reckoner Lord to play. But you're a little late on that. We're gone. Bye now. And boom. London ho. Home again, jiggity jig. Altavo is waiting for me outside the Victoria Station, shaking his head sorrowfully, the demonstrators marching past. A man must be paid, of course, he laments, but all this, there's no need for it. The racecourses are closed, did you know that? And the police, like a hive of bees. Perhaps I should try to strike too, but let them catch real criminals instead. Okay, official connection means that this guy I was just talking to in the underworld, I'm not going to provoke my, good gods. Don't get ahead of me like that, game. Yeah, essentially, he's boning that the fact that right now in 1925 London, there are communists who are out basically petitioning the governments to become communist. Basically, it's nothing really changes. Here we are, almost exactly a century later, and the communists are still advocating for more rights for workers. But the question is are they really doing that for the workers, or is it just another power play to try to shift them from a powerless to a power position? I mean, Marx himself actually said that's primarily what happens with revolutionaries, is that they're not there to make things better, they're there to be the ones to exploit the others instead. Yes, I am a cynic. Any of you who've been on the channel long enough will know that. Okay, so let's get our cash back, so we have an exit, should we need it. Oh wait, we didn't get our cash back. Oh god, we're broke again. Ugh, and the prior captains, again, it's not what we want for an exit. Why are we always broke? So yeah, wait, no we're not. There's our one cash. So we have a ticket, money for the ticket, but we actually need a ticket too. And the ticket is Paris. Thought it would be. I think Paris was our only destination possible at that point. Unless we're going to cross country again, which sucks. Okay, so thoughts. I actually haven't been in London for a very long time in this game. So let me check. See if I've got anything that I want to do. Analytics. Ooh, cool. 6 people. Excellent. Okay. Checking the UI while I'm doing this as well. Seems to be working. But I may shift it down to 720p given some of the stress that the OBS is showing me. Mutilated manuscript is the only thing worth going for here. So and Sulachana, of course, she's always fun to work with. The problem is that Sulachana requires me to give her a something. Reckoner Corpse, Human Corpse, Ally Associator, Stolen Decade. Wow, a lot. Anyways, let's get that started. And again, we'll start cashing out the moment that we have a connection to the underworld. Don't have it. 2. If I use that up, that's 4. That's 2. 8. I don't need. Ooh. Now that's a risk. So I get a Dawn or something like that and get a total of 12. We can get 4 cards. That would work. I could start an illegal fight with Cultist Underworld, 1 stolen year, put in all my weapons, knife secret, and a rage card, which I can get by using one of the, instead of a tranquility card, by dawn, sunset, or daylight, or whatever the hell card would be, and be able to get some serious amount of cash. That actually might not be a bad idea, but it's going to lock me in position for a very long time here, because I can't radicals. Ooh. I can also use it to burn down London if I really wanted to. Just easy decisions whether or not we're going to cause a communist revolution in London in 1925 and alter the timeline. You know, just casual. Because I did notice about the communists being, you know, not having the workers in mind, because those communist revolutionaries, and here we go. This is going to be fun. Communist revolutionaries. Ooh, I want to see that. Have I read that one before? I clench my fists, feel the strength in them. The time is coming and I'll stop running sooner than they think. Yep. We're going to get 4 edge from doing that. I might as well get this out of the way. But we'll hopefully get a good deal of cash. The obscurity should give us a little bit of an edge. Right, there we go. Now, the best way to handle this. Rage. I have Rage and Tranquility. I love it. Rage has got 4 edge. So, what we want to do is we want to initiate Connection Underworld. Means is a stolen year. We don't need a location. Nasty, but as long as I keep some years on hand, I shouldn't suffer too much permanent damage. And if you enchanters will examine a wound, you won't be able to heal until the operation is complete. Edge guards are useful when doing illegal fights. Right. We want to burn Rage as much as possible. Put that back together. So we want it to be the last thing we put in. So the first thing we want to put in is probably going to be profane weapon. So we'll start the illegal fight over here. We'll stop doing reconnoitering why it's happening. Okay, so we got this running, fighting. So let's put in the profane weapon. Wait, no, we need to actually get a 4 to do the first one. Preparations. We have 10 seconds to prepare. We can do that. And knife secret that will give us 4. All right, we can do this. Going to be coming out, of course, gun swinging. And hopefully we won't get a trace. Because I would burn another year to do this. Alright, so yeah, challenge. Boldness or bribery. So it needs 4. Good bribe our way out with Grail. But we just want to increase the edge the whole way. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in a knife secret. That's going to be the bright edge. Bristling challenge with edge. This will increase the effectiveness. Okay, so we have 60 seconds for that to go. Boom. No traces. Sulachana. If somebody does show up, we'll just have Sulachana eat them. Let's get these fights out of the way, because we could do some serious cash for this. I think we'll get at least 4 from this, which would definitely be useful. And again, there's no pentiment in London, so we don't have to actually go looking for anything. We've got the cash to leave if it comes down to it, and there's no traces. So we're just going to stay low in the underground. Illegal fights, I'll be ready. Who's next? Alright, so the next one has to be an 8. We'll throw the rage in, or we can throw the rifle in. We're going to use the rifles, one of the 3 rifle bullets. It's a thing. We can still sell it back for the cash we spent for it when we use all the bullets. But yeah, that will increase it. Again, continuing our illegal operations. Apparently, there are a lot of guns in, so I just began with a pistol, my martial arts, and a rifle. And next I'll just be going hulking out on the guys, which is awesome. Anyway, so boom. Yep, we've passed that one. And we throw in rage. Right edge. So I now hulk out on them. Let's see how much cash we get from this. We might get 1 trace as a result too. In the meantime, I want to resume. I want to reserve Sulachana for future use. I'll reset her counter. Basically, I go up to the club and say hi again. That's the Hesidious Club, the one where we did use the dancer. And it is a location card within the game, primary game, too. You know, just let her know that I'm here, and I'm not here to murder anybody in her territory, which is probably what she's upset about. Well, I hurt a lot of people. Loose ends. Subtlety wasn't my priority here. There's a serious risk of a trace. We get one. Boom. Got good value for my years. Alright, so what do we got? Alright. And we got a vitality if we were in fact wounded. Ooh, what did we get? Dual connections depleted but reusable. Rifle weapons, these are all depleted. Knife sequences. Rage is still burning out. 6 cash. Yep, that was 5 cash we got for 1 year. Now, if I wanted to do 2 more years, I could reboot the Underworld connection. Then I could do the fight again. But again, trying to stack around 11 cash is a bit of a pain. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our usual plan, which is to reconnoiter until we buy something or we need to leave. It's that simple. Now we also have the vitality. I hate having the vitality not. I don't really. Not really. I mean, just let it burn if we don't need it. There's the 1 trace too. Okay, so apparently our escapades did get noticed. Hey, there's some guy over here who has like John Wick level skills doing illegal fighting with lots of guns. Okay, so basically we're going to let the rage burn out so that we can do this. Now I could, of course, again, get rid of the trace by burning 2 years, but it's not worth the effort. Again, we can get Sulachana to eat them, so not that concerned. Quiet warehouse. Eh. And the real estate. Give me something I want. Oh, I should be doing. Silly me. Let's send the cash ahead. That'd be great if I was importing stuff, or I had all the pentiments. Yeah, it would suck if we get, like, all the 7 items that we need, and then we can't get a seaport to win the game that way. It can happen. Keep going. They're not here yet. Just send the money, take the money and run. Sulachana visited and said hi again. Good. Good. Alright. Import license. Hey! I wanted to stick around long enough and add the right stuff, but I think if I recall properly... I gotta check this. Let's see. I haven't done smuggling in so long I've forgotten what exactly we require. Alright, connection underworld. Let's see. Cover tracks, provocation. Operations. Boom. Operation? Smuggling operations requires me to have, wow, 4 knock, got that. 8 heart, iffy. 12 moth or winter. The tough one to actually do. Usually the best way to do it is if I have, let's see, winter 12 and moth of 8. Now I have the moth of 8 in one item right here. Now the thing is, however, the 12 of winter I don't have. As you can see, we're kind of winter low at the moment. And theoretically, what do I need? Yeah, he did 12 moth. I don't think I have another moth. Sucks. Oh well. Probably going to run out of time here anyways to get it out. Okay, so let's see what we got. So yeah. Probably another 10 minutes to go here. It's kind of a bit of a thing. We're just waiting for those guys to show up, but, you know, they seem to be taking a lunch break. I'm okay with that, mind you. Excitement is not something you actually want in a scenario like this. Just put that in normal when I start rearranging cards, because you can definitely deal with the setbacks, as it were. Okay, so we have once again, then cash ahead. I don't think we'll need any more than 2 really here. So Paris will have most of our cash in a small bank account, discrete bank account waiting for us. They better, or I'll go all John Wick on them. I mean, can you imagine these days just, you know, the amount of crap that John Wick does not take anymore? I mean, there's going to be a 4th film. I don't know what they're going to do with it. I mean, is John Wick going to try to kill the entire Assassin Society? I mean, that's what it seems like. To be up to discrete office. Gods, I think, yeah, there's not much in London. The only thing we want to do in London is, could have done in London is burn it down, but there's not really a point to that. Entertaining, mind you. Sets a false trail. Maybe we should consider that, but I got spooked. God, it would have been nice to set Bond on fire. Screw you, history. Of course, as, alright, George Orwell, who was, actually did, ooh, there we go. Okay, and we have exactly the right cache. That is what I thought we wanted. Boom, get it. I think it's everything we're going to need. Not sure if we should be sticking around any further. If I'm right about London, check. There is nothing more in this town that I want. Yeah, the mutilated manuscript is one thing I want. We're going to get that. So I think we're done here. So yeah, we're going to voluntarily move on, even though they're not going to be chasing after us. Although, it's not worth it. We've got another 4 cache waiting for us in Paris. I mean, this has technically been the pretty good way to do this. I mean, once we get Paris out, I mean, I'll do it. Just in case there's something I might want, but I don't think there will be. Maybe a distraction. Paris. So I think we're leaving, actually. We're voluntarily leaving. The first time in these runs, I think so. We've done this. Now we've got the mutilated manuscript. If we get all 3 of them, pages from the Book of Sun, gorgeously illustrated manuscript pages ripped from the original bindings to be sold separately. I don't know the language, Persian, Arabic, but somehow I can read the words in sufficiently bright light. Remember, our character is a demigod, potential demigod, born of the blood of the gods of war on either side. That gives him just enough ability to be able to recognize power. The dispute between ours, a lineage concealed, secret shattered loyalties. Is this his story? Not much practical information, but there's something about the sounds that sharpens the soul. Yeah, is this supposed to be that this is the story he is literally writing as we're playing the game? Because that would kind of be awesome, actually. Comfort. Oh, right, I think it's my first comfort. But, no, 2 comforts. Oh, the painting does too. Ooh, only 18 more to go. I mean, if worse comes to worse, I'll do a comfort run. We're hoping for the pentiment run. There you are. You're a little behind, dude. God, I'm already leaving. I'm probably at the station while he's arriving. That's just the hilarious part. There wasn't time to burn down London. We'll do it later. And once we arrive at Paris, I'll probably be calling the game. Or at least this episode anyway. So yeah, this is the unexpected episode. Chaos Happens, which we have now officially started another run. I'm not sure how we're going to do this. I guess this is going to take over Saturdays now, because this one will post on Monday. We might do 1 Darkest Dungeon remaining and then switch over to this. I don't know. I don't seem to be... You left? Oh my god. Well, there's one for the bug report. We've left town, but London is still there. Great. Wait, does that mean I can burn it down if I have radicals? Because that would be hilarious. Alright, arrival. Tante Adeline's man is a surly, lanky man in a labor he doesn't speak to me at all, just sits there feeding goblets of raw meat to his dogs, but he listens as I explain, and he motions to Lord Corsican to follow me when I leave. Hopefully, all went well in that particular things. We got another contact underworld. We're going to have both a glimmering and a, let's just get those out. Both a glimmering and a, restlessness when we get here. I mean, it's just, wow. Put the weapons separate. It's a heck of a way to arrive at a place. Let's get our exit card. See if we end up running across the French countryside again. And boom. There we go. Okay. R3 cache. Alright, so now we see where exit is. And I will, of course, at my leisure, determine what in Paris we want to retrieve. Now, the great thing about Paris is that it has the Flower Maker's shadow, but it doesn't have a Holy Man card in it. Because that would technically make us be able to create a cult of pleasure. Yeah, probably Slanesh style, if you're familiar with that particular IP. Or it could just be a really good wine tasting group. Dire has many manifestations, so we just think of the nastier ones first. Because I suppose they're more... Ooh, Rennie Shotgun. Ooh. We'll pick up a companion if we have enough. Alright, so we got a lot of things to think about here. That's our next destination. We're in Paris. Paris, I believe. Because that's going to be in Africa, actually. It's considering it's probably also in French colonial lands in North Africa, I believe, in 1925. Case of extraordinary wine is the only unique item here, and it's telling me, yeah, don't think that is in fact it's one item that holds 4 price, which is awesome. It's a comfort of 2, which is one of the few items that does so, and a grail of 12 if I want to do anything revolving grail, but it is not a pentiment. That's probably going to be my what I'll be going for. Now the question is, if I have the opportunity, since I have a contact underworld, I might do another legal fight while we're here. We just need, of course, to get one of the night slash dawn cards slash whatever cards that I can convert into rage and do the whole thing all over again. This is going to get kind of interesting. Anyways, this unexpected chaos run, as Cobalt Cat says, is very fitting. So this is Fantastic World saying farewell from Lovecraft Country and Cultist Simulator Exile DLC. Hope you enjoyed it. Of course, if you're really out there, hi. I'm glad you showed up for this, what was supposed to be just a test of concept, but has become something unexpected. And of course, I do apologize for the sound imbalance in the beginning, because like I said, this was a test. Anyways, so if you like it, like, share, subscribe. If you really like it, down below will be, when becomes an episode, will be linked to the Gumroad payment platform. Become a supporter, get access to additional show, unlock additional episodes per month. Speaking of which, hopefully, since this test worked out well, and hopefully, if the gods of technology and Mercury retrograde that, there will be a live episode tomorrow at 2 p.m. Now, of course, if you're watching this after it's recorded, obviously it's not happening, but yeah. On the 30th, Memorial Day, for those of the people who are in the U.S., at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be doing a live episode of Scarlet Hollow, if all goes well. It was going to be participation. I know life is just an illusion, which is, perfectly applicable to chaos. Anyways, but I was going to say, and there will be participation, since it is a Lovecraftian light novel, in the narrative. You all get to chime in when we come to choices and tell me what you want. I'm not sure we're going to think as formal as a vote, but I would like to get your consensus to see where we want to take this continuing evolving story of discovering our family's evil heritage and hunting predatory cryptids in the wood with our new best friend. Because it has really been so great. Now, I will, when I post this as an episode, I will put a link up there to the right to the first episode of Scarlet Hollow. If you haven't seen it and you're doing it live, go check out. It's one of my videos on this channel. You should be able to find it. It was probably a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago. And look up Scarlet Hollow, and you can see if you're interested in seeing it. If you're not, just come in. We'll be starting part 2, and like I said, shouldn't be too hard to get back into. Anyways, I will see you next time. Bye. I'd like to thank my Acolyte level supporters, whose contributions help this channel grow and hastens the inevitable digital apocalypse and rise of the Dark Lords of content and data.